spiritual, connected place. And I hope you respect that as you go across country today. I hope you run strong and run well.
7-5, map and gloves, please.
Okay, mate.
Finish at the end.
49 minutes and 47 seconds.
So
It's going really well until the last probably 4 Ks and then it all went to shit.
I've never qualified to run it. I walk it with one of them.
Oh, it's freezing out here. Alright, it's about 3 or 4 hours after the race. I've finished shattered. So I haven't picked the camera up at all. It went alright. Kind of got mixed feelings about it. All started pretty good. Took me a little while to get into a rhythm, but once I did, I was fine. Like, relative to me, I'm an okay climber, okay descender. Not really good at either. If anything, I'm better at just moving consistently over more runnable stretches. So I knew I had to conserve my legs up and over Mount Solitary, which is near the start of the race. Then after that, it's quite runnable single track. So once I hit that, I started moving a lot better. I was feeling a lot better. Then there's a short climb up, further steps to the halfway point. Saw mum and dad, got new gels and stuff, and then headed off down into Lura Forest. Then I started feeling really good, like it was going perfectly. Then I got to, there's one last drink station about 6 or 7 Ks from the finish, and from there it's like all uphill on a fire road. I got to there and I still felt really good. Made a fatal mistake and didn't get any water. I always have tailwind in one flask, plain water in the other, and I was down to about half a flask of plain water, so 250 mils. What happened a little bit earlier was I went to take a drink and I accidentally bit the nozzle off the flask and spilled like probably a quarter of it. And I got to that last drink station and I thought half will be enough to get me up this climb to the finish. I'll be all good. I was still feeling great, and then I started climbing. I was still feeling good. I was still running up the climb. And then, I don't know, like probably 2 Ks after that drink station, my water was gone and the wheels fell off. I just started feeling really sick. A lot of long distance running is just toughing out the lows and then making the highs count, but to have a low so close to the finish line stings a bit. To put it in perspective for you, I was in 9th place at that drink station and I finished in 15th. So I don't care about positions, but just so you know, like I was buckled. So, you know, I did the best I could in the circumstances, but I mean, it's just, like I said, so close to the finish, it could have went a lot better. Whatever. I ran better than last year. Like I said, that was my only goal. So, also, congrats to Lockie for winning. When I came up last year, Lockie invited me to his place for tea, took me out running, showed me around. Just a really nice bloke. Stoked to see him win. Well done, mate. And thanks to Running Wild for putting on a great race. Recommend anyone do Mount Solitary. It's awesome. The course is brutal just because the start and the finish is so hard. But the scenery, like the course, is just beautiful. Definitely do it. Put it on your list if you haven't done it before. Been laying in bed, doing some editing. I've got a really bad headache. First time editing on my laptop though. I got it a couple of months ago. It's a Dell XPS 15. Runs Premiere Pro really well. A lot better than what I thought it would. I think 15-inch screen. It's kind of not. I've got an ultra wide monitor at home, so that's a bit weird. We're going out for tea. The day after, my legs are pretty sore. Well, unfortunately, we're off. Till next time. Just going to get one last look at the mountains before we go. Right, my hands feel like they're about to fall off now. I've just been shooting time lapses of me standing out in the cold for a while. We're going, which sucks. We'd like to stay a bit longer. My phone's ringing right now. But if you do come up here, I'd recommend getting out of Katoomba as well. It's awesome here, but if you go out to like Blackheath, heaps of good running out there as well. Anyway, that's it. About to get in the car and drive for 30.5 hours. One last coffee for the road. Quick rest break, systems check. Pretty sore, but I've definitely been worse off. Not too bad really, but just slightly. 1,000 k's down, just had tea at Ballarat. It's about 8 o'clock now. I'm pretty tired, if you can't tell. Gonna keep going for home. I can't wait to get there. Made it home, got in about midnight last night. I've just slept till about 8 o'clock, which is a pretty good effort for me, but my legs, man. My legs are sore. It's like they're worse today than they were yesterday. And my upper body's really sore too. It's one disadvantage of using poles, you get like sore everywhere. Quick couple of thoughts on the race. It's been a couple of days, I've had time to process it. Going into them, I try to have low expectations, but you know, you always have a mark in your head round about where you think you should be. The best case scenario is you exceed that, you push beyond what you thought was possible of yourself. It's happened to me probably one time in long distance races, so it's pretty rare for me. You can be on your mark, be satisfied with that, and fall a little bit short, or you can also quite easily in the long distance stuff fall way short. One positive is I didn't do that. I was a little bit short. The other positive is I set myself up to exceed my expectations. It was right where I wanted to be. If you don't know, I'll show you the elevation chart of the race. So that last 6Ks, it's all one long steady climb up to the finish. It's all fire road. It's really runnable. I knew it was coming because I've ran the course before and I was saving the legs for that all day. I really wanted to nail that last climb, and I got to the bottom of it feeling really good. And I started climbing really well. I was surprised at how well I was climbing that late into the race. There was a couple of people in front of me that I could catch. And then I think about 1-2Ks into the climb, slowly started feeling a little bit rough, and then just bang, like explosion. Positives out of that part is I've had similar episodes in races before. I felt nauseous and just kind of bonked. But I know, it hasn't happened for a while, but I'm pretty sure I know what I need to do to rectify it. It's just a bit of a nutrition thing. One thing that always helps if I start getting into that situation is sipping plain water, which I had none of. The other positive is, it builds character, it builds resilience. It's all experience. No point getting too hung up on it though. There's so many variables that go into these races that they're pretty hard to get spot on, in my experience anyway. The good news, like I said, I wasn't way short. It wasn't a disaster. I was just not quite where I wanted to be. I might have to go back next year and third time lucky, hopefully. But that's the trip. I had a lot of fun running in the Blue Mountains again and just visiting there again. It's a great place. Let me know in the comments if you like these more kind of raw style videos. I had fun making them. And that's pretty much it.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.